Hello and welcome to the next video. Today I will show you how to make the cover for the album. For this I'm using some cardboard and yes, a DSP design paper. I'm using paper, not cardstock, because I'm afraid with cardstock maybe it would break if I would turn it around these corners here. But it's also possible, I suppose. For the cover I'm using double-sided adhesive as well as Tombow. Because to stick the sides in a strong and precise way, the double-sided adhesive is good, but for the rest of the paper, to cover it with adhesive, the Tombow will be fine. So I'm just going to tell you my dimensions. These pieces are 15 by 11.5 centimeters, and this piece is 15 by 5.5 centimeters. The width of your album really depends on how many pages you would like to enter or to adhere in the album, as well as how you would like to decorate it. So if you stick a lot of things inside the album that have dimension, you might need some more space. If you just want to put photos or design paper, you might need a little less space. That all depends. Yeah, I suppose, let's see if that's the right size. We'll see in a minute, basically. So this will be my outside paper, this will be my inside paper. I'm using the paper, Stampin' Up paper from the celebration. So maybe you also have that still in your stock. I'm taking off the adhesive of one of the covers, and I'm also putting my Tombow on it to cover the whole page with adhesive. So these I'll put to the side for now, and I'll bring my biggest sheet, which is that pattern that I want to have on the outside. Make sure you are careful if you have pattern that goes in one direction. So, and I'll now look and decide where I want to stick it. It's a little bit too high up. So, I suppose that's good. So let's check with these pieces here, because what we need definitely is some space in between to be able to bend the book. If we don't have that, we have a problem. So the good thing is now the sticky tape, double-sided adhesive, sticks down very fast, and so the Tombow has enough time to set. So now I'm planning where about to stick the second page, because I need to remember to have enough space here to bend the book, right? So I'm planning now where about I'll stick that down, and then I take my adhesive off. And bring my Tombow in. I could also put Tombow on the double-sided tape to make it slippier, to make to have some wiggle room, basically. But I don't know. I'm not so fussy. Don't worry about it. I'm just creating. I don't worry. So I would like to align it up with this one. There's a trick that you can use. You can take a ruler. Look, I put a ruler down here, and so I know where about I have to put that. So So I just have to now find the right spot to adhere it here by the side. And then I know it's approximately the same place where the other piece is. So then I've got my middle piece, and look, there is some paper on here, so this came from a paper pad. I don't worry about it because it will be inside anyway. So we'll stick our centerpiece. And if you realize that I'm doing some mistakes as well, this is only my third or fourth or so album. I haven't done too many yet, so I'm also still learning. Mistakes happen, so therefore so I'm trying to line this up as good as possible. And it seems that I didn't stick that too well, so this was a bit low, so I try now. I mean, if we bend it around, probably it won't be too complicated. But yeah, as I said before, mistakes happen. I'm just human, so okay, before I stick the sides over, I have to cut the edges away. So I will just snip towards the edges from both sides basically, and then cut a little piece off like that. So I hope you also enjoy creating as much as I do. It's just such a great feeling once you accomplished something, or you learned a new technique or so. I think it's fantastic. Before I actually bent the sides over, I remembered I should fold the album itself to make sure the paper gets used to being creased and being folded. So I'll slowly start. Yeah, I bend and a little more and a little more. And actually I could have taken this off before. But anyway, so I'm going more and more and more now. And eventually I'm sticking it down. Then I can take my bone folder and rub across it to make sure it's really stuck. And then I'll start with the next short side, and I'll go just a little more and just a little more. So to bend it really gradually is a good idea, so that our paper won't rip. Give it enough time to get used to the fold, and it will be nice and it won't rip. So then the long sides. Again, I will start slowly, bit by bit, rubbing the paper, bending it a little more, a little more, and a little more. But yeah, so I start like this, gradually bending more and more, and until finally I've got it bent over. So, and then I start from the center as much as possible, sticking it down towards the outer sides, and give it another rub with the bone folder. Make sure it's really well stuck down and secure, And now, so see, even though it wasn't an even, I didn't lay my pieces on evenly, but with the bending of the paper, you can fill these gaps and get an even look anyway. So again, slowly, slowly bending, slowly, slowly. The more time you let the paper bend, the less the possibility you have that the paper will break. So again, I'm starting here in the center, going to the outside, and then giving it a good rub. As well as this side too. So now we have to get this paper some time to get used to this fold as well. So I'm carefully pushing a little in to fold it. So that's a nice look. Now if you have paper that goes to a certain direction, like if it goes that way, then now it's important to make sure you stick the papers in the same directions, going down, going down. So I only have this paper going in one direction and the other not, so therefore I don't have to worry too much about it. But of course you can use any paper that you like, so therefore just bear that in mind. So again, I'm taking my backing off here, and then I'm getting my Tombow and putting some more liquid adhesive on here to stick to the cardboard. Just covering that that page or that paper. So let's see if we can center it to stick it in a nice way. Please, please, please let it work. Oh, it seems okay. That side looks really good. If you have some bits over the edge, you could always chop them off like here. It's ever so slight, maybe half a millimeter, but now is a good time to take care of that. But all sides are pretty even, and because the sticky tape is there, it sticks immediately, and the Tombow has enough time to dry. So now again we have to make sure our cover will bend. So again, gently, gently I'm folding and squeezing with my bone folder so that the paper gets used to being bent. So ever so slightly. I don't want to rip anything. So ever so slightly, bit by bit, I'm bending it up, so that our cover will have a nice bend. So, and that is basically it. Look, there's the cover. Here's our inside. And now we'll bring in our pages. So, there are the pages, and there is the binding, and we just have to stick the binding into our cover. So that's what I'll do just now. I already put double-sided adhesive on the binding. Just have to take the backing off. And any double-sided adhesive or strong adhesive would work for that. So you can have a look what you have. So if there are some pieces that are longer, but they aren't really, no, you can always flip them back. So now I want to align this part here of the cover with this part of the binding and make sure I've got it even. Let's see. I hope. And I'll press it down. What I can do to press it down is either push the pages to one side or find the center of the binding, press down, and then find the other parts of the centers of the bindings and press down. And that makes sure that everything is well stuck. And our little album, yeah, is fine. It's working. So you can see I've got some space here between where the cover is and between the first page. So if I want to decorate that, like over here, I still have a little space. And at the moment, let's see if you can see it like that. My album is that way. The binding and the cover is still wider than what's in the album. But once I've got all my things inside, you know, that's why I left so much room. It will become thicker, of course. So that's the same for this. Now this is very narrow here, but the more things you stick inside, the design paper, which we will put inside to decorate it, and then whatever you want to put inside and whatever you wanted to decorate it with will become thicker and thicker. But this is the album how it is now at the moment, and in the next video I will show you how to decorate it. Yeah. If you have any questions, please contact me by email, and feel free to ask. Thank you for watching the video. Until the next video, bye bye.